Hi, welcome to the GregCast. It's Greg, and today we're going to talk about the idea of being actively involved. I mean, really involved. But here's the illustration today. I'm in my car and I'm rushing to the next meeting. I'm officially off today, so life is good in that sense. But at the same time, this is the day where you squeeze in all the stuff that you don't have time to do because you're working. So I'm on my way to the eye doctor, maybe to get new glasses. I can't even see you. Anyway, so I'll be going to the eye doctor, but that's not the point today. The point is that I'm rushing to the next thing. And last week's podcast, last week on the GregCast, we challenged you to look at the news. When do you get time to actually sit around and think about what's going on in the world and what issues we're facing that need fixing? And in this election year, we need to kind of, I think the message last week was to be aware, be aware of what's needing fixing and who's going to really be the best person to fix it. Today, we're going to look at Pope Benedict's encyclical about God being love. And one of the things that came out of this encyclical is how we have to actively involve ourselves in the life of our culture. All right? We have to actively be in the present mode. We can't just be rushing from one thing to the next like I'm doing right now. But we have to sit down and we have to think about how we're going to get involved with our faith, with our society, with the things that turn us on.
And now for something completely different.
As the Holy Father also taught in Deus Caritas Est, the direct duty to work for a just ordering of society is proper to the lay faithful. Forming their consciences in accord with the Catholic teaching, Catholic lay women and men can become actively involved, running for office, working within political parties, communicating their concerns and positions to elected officials, and joining diocesan social mission or advocacy networks, state Catholic conference initiatives, community organizations, and other efforts to apply authentic moral teaching in the public square. Even those who cannot vote have the right to have their voices heard on issues that affect their lives and the common good.
Today, I'd like to talk about the fact that whether you're 18 or 25 or 206, or you're only 14 or 13, you have an opportunity to get actively involved in the political process. That's right. Politics is not evil. Politics is the action of the community to come together to help make a decision. And Benedict says in his letter that we need to not only be an active part of it, but we need to actually involve ourselves in the process. That's right. You can run for office. You can be a part of a campaign. You can be a part of a letter writing. You can be a part of simply letting your voice be heard. So that's the challenge today. Let your voice be heard. Get on these blogs and let them know what you think. Join those dumb little Facebook groups about, political advocacy and doing things that you think are important. I get these invitations on Facebook all the time. Would you like to be a part of the Cowboys and Indians fight or the Dungeons and Dragons group? But then every now and then something says, join the group for Obama or join the group for McCain. See, that's an active role in just being a part of a discussion that can actually make things happen. And so when you get into that discussion and when you get into that time frame and when you're not rushing in life from one appointment to the next, when you can actually sit down and probe your heart and be a part of the process. I think that's what we're talking about today. So anyway, I rush on to the next meeting, and hopefully, with God's help and Dr. Walters, I shall see again, which is important when one is driving. Anyway, thanks for being a part of the GregCast. We'll see you next time. Wow! Jeez Louise. Sorry. Pay attention to the road.